Tonight, the NASCAR Gander RV and Outdoors Truck Series heads to the Irish Hills of Michigan to kick off. Race 11 of the year, Michigan International Speedway sets the stage as teams once again battle to secure a spot into the playoffs. And we are going to break it all down here on race day. Hey, everybody, welcome into the show. I'm Caitlin Vincie alongside Phil Parsons, Todd Bodine. As I mentioned, we're going to Michigan. That's your hometown. You like the music, you like the feel of this place, right?
Oh, I love it. I went to the first Cup race back.
Hello and welcome in to this Tuesday edition of NASCAR Race Hub. I'm Caitlin Vincie alongside NASCAR veteran Ricky Craven and crew chief at the number 34, driven by Michael McDowell, Drew Blickenderfer. And it's another great race last night at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Xfinity Series, and we'll talk racing in just a little bit. But first thing we want to do is address the unrest happening all over the world, especially here in the United States, sparked by the tragic death of George Floyd. And yesterday, NASCAR released this statement. The NASCAR family, like so many others, is hurt and angered by the immensely troubling events that have taken place across our country in recent weeks. For us to heal and move forward as a nation, we all need to listen more and be united in the stand against racism, hatred, senseless violence, and loss of life. And we must all hold ourselves accountable to driving positive change. While our sport has made progress over the years, there remains much work to be done, and we fully embrace our responsibility to help bridge the racial divide that continues to exist in our country. We must do better, and our commitment to promoting equality and inclusion continues and will never waver. And now, these social media posts from drivers across the sport, starting with Ty Dillon paraphrasing his Instagram post saying, "He too hurts, will never know how it feels to be hurt because of the color of his skin, and that together we can take meaningful action that can change our nation." Seven-time champion Jimmy Johnson, along with a message from the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., said, "It hurts to see our country being torn apart by racism and hate. I can't pretend to understand what black men and women have experienced, but I can speak out and condemn racial inequality. I hope love for all mankind can prevail and make changes to build a better future for our children." Tyler Reddick posting artwork of George Floyd saying, "I want to let everyone know out there, I hurt with you and I stand with you." Ryan Blaney tweeted also with the picture, "As human beings, we all have to stand together on what's right and wrong. What happened to Mr. Floyd and all others who are oppressed has sickened me. I support the change that needs to happen in this country and around the world." Brad Keselowski also replying to a tweet with two of the police officers involved. "I don't know either of these two men or their life story, but I'd like to think we all know right from wrong. No hashtags needed. What this officer did was plain and simple wrong. Hopefully one day we can all agree to this, our justice system may prevail, and the riots stop." Daniel Suarez said, "I feel pain, disappointment, and anger every time I see the horrible video of George Floyd pleading for his life. He deserved better. Black people deserve better. Humanity deserves better. We live in the 21st century. When will racism and prejudice stop?" Dale Earnhardt Jr. also saying, "Seems some in my timeline are confused or curious. So let me be clear. Black lives matter. They are hurting and upset, and it's time for me to listen. Riots, violence, and looting is bad and needs to stop. We all better get this stuff figured out and fix it. Love and respect." And finally, Bubba Wallace replying to a tweet showing a Flint, Michigan sheriff marching peacefully with protesters, saying, "Respect. To the ones that believe we're trying to throw black versus white at them, open your eyes. It's right versus wrong. It's inclusion. We're one race, humans." And Bubba Wallace joins us now on Race Hub. Bubba, thank you so much for joining us today and taking some time for us.
Yeah, absolutely. How's everybody doing?
We're good. We've obviously seen your thoughts on social media and obviously on the Instagram Live you did yesterday evening with Ty Dillon. But how have you processed everything that has kind of transpired throughout the course of the last week?
I don't know if you can really truly process it in such a short amount of time. There's a lot of pain, a lot of anger, that I carry. I carried it over in Sunday's race at Bristol. And it's just tough to see those types of things, and my whole mindset has shifted ever since the Amada.
Bubba, you mentioned getting the support from your peers, and today the hashtag Blackout Tuesday is all over social media, including from many in the NASCAR community. Everyone posting just a black image as a reminder to reflect and, of course, reconnect with the community. So how does that kind of make you feel, seeing all those posts like that, many of them coming from your fellow drivers?
Yeah, no, I think that it was big. I was really proud of NASCAR for stepping up and delivering that message and to support this matter, support what we are trying to accomplish, and just keep doing more.
Well, Bubba, thank you for your honesty, your transparency, and discussing your perspective with us. I don't know what it's like to be in your shoes, but I do know from listening to your message and the message from others in the Black community that I've learned so much more than I ever have before. So thank you for having the courage to share your voice. It's a very important one.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll have more Race Hub coming up here after the break. Stay with us.
Kevin Harvick wins at Michigan.
Michigan saw a dominant performance, yes, we're saying those words a lot, out of Kevin Harvick and the Ford team as they took home their 5th and 6th wins of the year. So how's Harvick feeling after this weekend? Well, Matt Yoakum caught up with driver 4 in Winners Wrap-Up. Here on Race Hub to welcome in one of those inductees, Dale Earnhardt Jr. joining us. First and foremost, Dale, congratulations. So very deserving for you to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Has it set in for you yet that you're going in?
Well, it was really emotional to see my name pop up on the TV screen. I learned it right around the same time as everybody.
Joey, we've talked a lot about racing, and we love following you and your wife on social media. Saw a video you post on Instagram, an ice rink with your son Hudson, saying the fundamentals of the Logano Loop. Tell me about this experience and how the family's doing.
Oh, I'm trying to teach my kid to do other things besides
Playoffs. NASCAR making an announcement to what the rest of the regular season and the postseason too will look like for the Gander trucks. So here's how we stand tonight. Michigan International Speedway. Of course, we've been talking about it. We look forward to seeing what transpires in tonight's race. Then the Gander trucks will be heading off to Daytona International Speedway for some road course racing. This is sure to be exciting. Followed up by another event at Dover International Speedway at the end of August. Then we're headed to the Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway, and then to Darlington. This is so exciting. It's been added into the fold for the Gander trucks, along with Richmond Raceway in mid-September. Those two racetracks have caught my eye in terms of the rest of the regular season. What about you, Todd?
Well, I gotta tell you, I cannot.
We do welcome in Regan Smith and Drew Blickenderfer. You guys parked a little weird here to get into the studio. What's going on? Huh?
Didn't stop in the stall.
Stop, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
didn't hit the sign.
And I got to say, you seem like you're out of breath. There was a lot of news right there to get through.
There was.
But a little bit more big news that was announced here a little over a week ago. Congratulations. We haven't done a show together since then, Caitlin.
That's right. Yes, I'm having another baby. We're very, very excited. So a positive thing and a bit of a crazy year, right, guys?
Well, very
Caitlin's
excited.
looking forward for a brother or maybe another sister.
She keeps saying sister, but, she doesn't actually have a choice. So
Well, congratulations to you and Blake.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And as you mentioned, Regan, tons of news. I want to start with Levine Family Racing. Your take on the announcement.
Well, I'm sad, I think.
Fred, that is impressive.
I was like,
a snake charmer, huh?
Hell no, Ward. Hell no. That is not a snake. That is an anaconda. That's straight out of a movie. That is larger than life. To get that out of here.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
I am not a snake fan. I'm looking at the tractor behind him more than anything else. I'd just rather not worry about the snakes. Use a tractor, run over him or something like that. Not a snake guy here, but Ward, I could see that out of Ward.
I commend him. You know what? I want a Ward Burton voice on the GPS because I could just listen to his voice telling you what to do, right?
I would get lost because I wouldn't be able to understand it. Sorry, Ward, but I'd be lost every time. He'd tell me to turn right, and I'd probably go left. So.
Oh, well, that's true. That's a Virginian accent. Come on now.
Two roads too far. Well, you should have turned back there.
Yeah, that's right.
If it's a Virginia accent,